Alright, it's day 23 or 4, I think. Oh, it's one of those two. But, and I forgot a spoon. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, today I have class. Pretty much the same breakfast, except one little difference. So we have our 4 eggs, 84 grams of egg whites, bread, turkey, bacon, cheese. And in our yogurt bowl, we have chocolate cereal instead of regular cinnamon cereal. So I'll see how that tastes, but here's the macros. I forgot to put them up for most of the meals yesterday, so I'll try not to do that again. I do have class today, but I don't know. I have to leave at 8:30, the latest, to be on time. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this and then make my oatmeal and then just go to class. But hopefully I'm not tired today, because oh my gosh, Monday I was so tired I almost fell asleep driving. I have a friend who got in a crash because he fell asleep while he was driving, and we made fun of him so hard. But dude, that shit was that was insane. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. But that was on Monday, because on Sunday I stayed up till 12, or I didn't get home till 1 or 2 or whatever. So I should be fine. But yeah, so I'll see y'all when I'm eating my oatmeal bowl. And yeah, goodbye. Alright, my oatmeal bowl is done. So let me show y'all. It's 7:40 right now. Sheesh. So I feel like I have to rush, but I don't think I really do. But yeah, I still have some getting ready to do. So I'm just gonna eat this, and I will see y'all when I'm eating my second meal. I was planning on bringing fruit to school, but I just realized it'd be better to wait until before I go to the gym, just eat a bunch of fruit. So yeah, I'll see y'all when I am eating my chicken and rice. Goodbye. Eating my second meal, which is chicken and rice, of course. I'm inside today because I don't feel like sitting outside. But here's the macros. And there's the said chicken. I have class in an hour, so I'm gonna eat this real quick and then go to class. But I'll see y'all when I'm home eating who knows what. Oh, alright guys. It's oatmeal talk time. It's my second oatmeal bowl of the day. I'm literally over my cat. I already hit my macros. But I'll probably still be hungry after my workout. But I don't know if I'll eat. I might just be too tired. And guys, to be honest, I'm very stressed. Oh my gosh, wow. Edit that out. I'm very stressed is what I meant to say before my voice cracked. But I just have so much homework. But anyways, today I read chapters 11 and 12. And these were some pretty scary chapters, honestly. If you thought the plagues before were bad, this is probably the scariest one. So the Lord tells Moses that he's going to bring one more plague upon the Pharaoh, and that this one will be so effective, essentially, that he's not only going to let the people go, he's going to drive them away. He's going to want them gone. And so he tells Moses to tell the Israelites to ask their neighbors for silver and gold articles of clothing, and then basically it tells us that Moses just becomes super well regarded, even among the Pharaoh's servants, So Moses is just like super popular to the people in the land of Egypt. And so this is what Moses tells the Pharaoh. Thus says the Lord, about midnight I will go forth through Egypt. Every firstborn in the land of Egypt will die, from the firstborn of the Pharaoh who sits on his throne to the firstborn of the slave girl who is at the handmill, as well as all the firstborns of the animals. So God is going to kill every single firstborn of the Egyptians, including the animals, which is crazy. He says, then there will be a loud wailing throughout the land of Egypt, such as has never been nor ever will be again. So I don't really know what that means, but it's probably exactly what it is saying it is, just a super loud wailing throughout the night. And he says, but among all the Israelites, among human beings and animals alike, not even a dog will growl, so that you may know that the Lord distinguishes between Egypt and Israel. So again, sparing the Israelites. And he says, all these servants of yours will then come down to me and bow before me, saying, leave, you and all your followers, then I will depart. With that he left the Pharaoh's presence in hot anger. So he just put it down basically in front of the Pharaoh, like not even caring. And the Lord says to Moses, of course, the Pharaoh is not going to listen. I will harden his heart, and he's not going to let y'all go, even after you tell him this. So that's the end of chapter 11. And this is chapter 12, where the Passover ritual is described. This was like a pretty long chapter, but I'll kind of shorten it for y'all. So essentially, it starts with this month will stand at the head of your calendar, and you will reckon it the first month of the year. Tell the whole community of Israel, on the 10th of this month, every family must procure itself a lamb, one apiece for each household. And he says, if your household's too small to consume a single lamb, basically invite your neighbors and y'all can share one. It must be a 1-year-old lamb without blemish. It can either be a sheep or a goat, and you will keep it until the 14th day of this month. So it's like 14 days until this final plague goes down. And then with the whole community of Israel assembled, it'll be slaughtered during the evening twilight. And then basically he instructs them to take the blood and apply it to the two doorposts and the lintel of the houses in which they eat it in. And then they will consume it. It says they have to eat it roasted, like under or over fire, with unleavened bread. So unleavened bread gets mentioned like a trillion times in this chapter, so it's extremely important that they don't eat leavened bread. And he says basically on that night, for on this night I will go through Egypt, striking down every firstborn in the land, human being and beast alike, and executing judgment on all the gods of Egypt, I the Lord. So the Lord is personally coming down through Egypt and annihilating the Egyptians, essentially. And it says, but this is definitely like the scariest of the verses. Is it this one? But for you, the blood will mark the houses where you are. Seeing the blood, I will pass over you. Thereby, when I strike the land of Egypt, no destructive blow will come upon you. It's not that one. I want to find it. And he basically says like this Passover will serve as it'll be like a holiday essentially. Like you'll repeat this Passover, in the years to come, and you'll tell like your children and your children's children that we do this because the Lord passed over our houses and spared us. And man, I really want to find this. Okay, here it is. For when the Lord goes by to strike down the Egyptians, seeing the blood on the lintel and the two doorposts, the Lord will pass over that door and not let the destroyer come into your house to strike you down. The destroyer. Bro, I would be pissing myself if I was an Egyptian hearing this. So, yeah, and it says, when your children ask you, what does this rite mean? So it says, thus, when you've entered the land which the Lord will give you, as he promised, you must observe this rite. So keep, that's like essentially practice it as a holiday. And when your children ask you, what does this rite of yours mean? You will reply, it is the Passover sacrifice for the Lord, who passed over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt when he struck down the Egyptians. He delivered our houses, so he spared us. And so at midnight, the Lord does as he says, and he strikes down every firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of the Pharaoh to the firstborn of the prisoners in the dungeons, and as well as the firstborns of the animals. And basically the Pharaoh wakes up in the night, and all of his servants hear that there's a loud wailing throughout Egypt, for there was not a house without its dead. So he's saying like every single Egyptian household Like, nobody was spared. Everybody was dead inside those houses. And so then the Pharaoh summons Moses and Aaron. He says, "Leave my people at once, you and the Israelites. Go and serve the Lord as you said. Take your flocks. Take everything," he says, "and bless me too." So I think at the end it describes that it was a possibility that the Pharaoh was being sarcastic, asking for a blessing. But maybe he wasn't. Maybe he genuinely, realized his wrong. And so the Egyptians, in a hurry to send them away from the land, urged the people on, and they said, "All of us will die." So the Egyptians are like, "If y'all don't get out of here, like, we're dead." And the people therefore took their dough before it was leavened in their kneading bowls and their cloaks on their shoulders, and the Israelites did as Moses had commanded. And they asked the Egyptians for articles of silver, gold, and clothing. And indeed the Lord made the Egyptians as so well disposed towards the people that they let them take whatever they asked. So I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago, like basically when the book of Exodus started, he told Moses, like when my people leave, like, you're gonna leave with ease. Like, the Egyptians are gonna be like wanting you to leave. Like, you can take whatever you want when you leave. Like, it's gonna be no problem for you. And so at this point, it says it was about 600,000 men on foot that were like the total Israelites that left. So that's an insane amount of people. And yeah, that's kind of where it ends. It leaves off. There's some laws of the Passover at the end that basically like establish what someone would have to do to partake in the Passover. And yeah, I don't think I'll go into it because I guess I will. It says, "However, every slave brought for money you will circumcise, then he may eat of it." So eat of the Passover. This is the Passover statute. No foreigner may eat of it, right? And then if a foreigner were to, they would have to be circumcised. It says, "But no tenant or hired worker may eat of it. It must be eaten in one house. You may not take any of its meat outside the house. You shall not break any of its bones. And the whole community of Israel must celebrate this feast. If any alien residing among you would celebrate the Passover for the Lord, all his males must be circumcised, and then he may join in its celebration just like the natives. But anyone who's not circumcised may not eat of it." And it just says all the Israelites did exactly as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, and on that same day the Lord brought the Israelites out of the land of Egypt, company by company. So yeah, the Lord dominated the Pharaoh there at the end, and yeah, it all happened as he said. So that's the first 12 chapters, and we still have a good amount. Like, we have 40 in total, so that puts it into perspective. We're like 1/4 of the way there. But yeah, let me show y'all wait, is my light on? Hold on. Oh, it is. Okay, here's my oatmeal bowl. Sheesh, looking pretty scrumptious. And then here's this big bowl of pineapple and strawberries, which I will be dominating. But I'm not really in a rush because, one, I don't have to be up tomorrow, but I should be up early because I have so much homework to fucking do. But yeah, I'm also going to Austin on Friday, so I'll be able to do homework. Like, I'll be able to just take my computer, but still, like, I want to get as much done as possible, especially considering that my accounting homework is whooping my buns right now. Like, I'm just getting dominated by it, but we got it, bro. As long as I just play it smart, I should be fine. But yeah, I have like a lot of work coming up. Like, I have a project for accounting. My first exams next week. I have 2 exams next week, actually. And then like my other classes, I was able to finish my essay. Honestly, like, I should not have even been stressing about that compared to what I still have to do. But it's fine. It'll all get done. But I don't know. This might actually be like the end of the video, because I don't know if I'm gonna eat again. So nah, I don't think I'll end it, but if I do, I'll just record another video where I say goodbye. So yeah, if I do eat dinner, I'll see you then, and if I don't eat dinner, I'll see you for my outro. So goodbye. Alright guys, I decided not to eat because, I hit my macros, so I wasn't going to go over them. I did technically go over them, but here's the macros for the or the oatmeal and the fruit bowl, and then here's the macros for the whole day. But yeah, I'm about to edit my video, so I'm making this real quick. But I also just worked on some homework, and I have like technically one more problem, but it's like 4 problems in one. But I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully the next assignment isn't too long. But yeah, tomorrow I gotta lock in. So if you're watching this, thank you very much. Like if you want, subscribe if you want, comment if you want, and I will see y'all tomorrow for day 25. Goodbye.